just sinking once again. This is the typical thing after all. Alrighty, so we should be ready to go. I'm going to double check Restream to make sure things are going well, because I actually tried to connect to YouTube Gaming, because you have to understand that when it comes to Restream.io, I have 3 options for YouTube. One is like YouTube On Demand or something? No, something similar to that, but not quite. And then the other one is YouTube Stream Now. And the third one is YouTube Gaming, which has a completely different symbol for it. But the bizarre thing is that when I connected to YouTube Gaming, what it did was just have it so that I'm connecting to YouTube Stream Now. So I guess YouTube Gaming and YouTube Stream Now are actually not separate things, but it made it look as if they were. So I've got no idea what's going on with that, and I fail to understand what is going on with it, and I will probably never understand, but anyway, doesn't matter. In this video, we are going to be well and truly getting into the Morion Blade build, because of course it's been called the Morion Blade build since the start, but we haven't been using the Morion Blade really, and the style of combat that is required for the Morion Blade has definitely not been utilised as we've been continuing through here. So the idea is that, hopefully starting with this video, we'll actually be able to get started well and truly on the title Morion Blade build, because thus far that is not really... We've been trying to prepare the character and the build to get to that point where we're able to have the Morion Blade, and we are actually pretty much ready to go with that. Well, our stat requirements are fine for the Morion Blade, but I was more concerned about second chance when it comes to stats and editing those stats. So basically what we need for the build is 18 strength for the shield and our current bastard sword. I don't believe that you need anywhere near as high as an 18 strength requirement for the Morion Blade. It's probably something more like 13 or 14. But particularly intelligence at 18 to get the amount of MP that we need to be able to cast both second chance and cursed blade. I believe they have the same MP requirement. However, it's worth mentioning that if you do not have enough MP, obviously you cannot cast the actual magic, so it doesn't matter if... So if you have 119 MP, that's going to be directly referenced to the length of your magic bar. It's not just going to automatically consume all of your magic bar if you don't actually have enough physical MP to cast the spells, so that's basically how that works. I used to be a little bit confused about that when I was playing through Demon Souls. I think during one of my Let's Plays I was expecting to just be able to automatically cast the spell at the cost of my entire MP bar, but the point is that that MP bar did not have within it enough points to even cast the miracle or the spell or whatever I was trying to do. I think it was the second chance miracle on a strength build, and I had to like totally upturn that build to be able to use second chance, and the most ridiculous thing was that I didn't even really need to use it. It's just a random thing that it was just a random thing that I decided to do at that time, and it just didn't really turn out too well at all. So yeah, I ruined my build for nothing really. Just on a whim I ruined a build, so that sucked. I guess ruined is a strong word, but regardless. So that 18 intelligence is for our MP, which is the required MP for casting both Cursed Blade and Second Chance. Magic is supposed to be at 18, it will be soon, and the only reason why it's going to be at 18 is so that we can fulfill the stat requirements for the Beast Talisman, which is something that we're going to get a little bit later. We're going to need to drop World 2 down to Pure Black so that we can kill Black Phantom Skiver the Wanderer, which is going to be an interesting process. I'm not going to cheese him at first because I'm going to have so much damage with the Morion Blade, you see, that I probably won't need to. Now that I think about it, I need to go and talk to Patches the Hyena. Actually, I don't need to talk to Patches the Hyena because I was thinking in my head just briefly there, I'm going to need him to, you know, be available to kill for a colourless demon soul, but I confirmed in the last video that in fact, you don't need a, whatever it's called, a colourless demon soul to upgrade the Morion Blade because it's actually an unupgradable weapon, so the more you know. Are we happy with our grass count at the moment? 8. Well, we can buy more as we go into World 4-2 with Grave Robber Blige anyway, so oblige to properly pronounce that. I'm on the sake today. It's been a long time, actually, since I've been on the sake. But, yeah, it's nice to be back, put it that way. I have it in a nice, thing. Decanter is the term. But anyway. Yes, it is, Grey Havoc. Thank you for coming back. I do generally stream at this time. Not necessarily every day, but usually at least every second day, so yeah. You are my first legitimate follower on Twitch, so... I did have one more, but he unfollowed between yesterday's stream and today's stream, so I don't know what he was wanting or expecting. Like, 3 streams in one day, I don't know. But, yeah, thanks for tagging along once again. It's good to see you, Grey Havoc. So we're going to buy some Half Moon, probably only 5, because I do suspect that I'll be picking some more grass up as I continue through World 4-2 here. Now, of course, general protocol is not to actually bother with these guys here, because obviously when you kill the Reaper down here, they all just die anyways, so that's what we're going to do. We're dealing a decent amount of damage, 3 attacks and the Reaper dies, that's reasonable. Not that the Reaper has that much defense, it's just that, yeah, anyway. It is weird, Grey Havoc, I don't understand. The strange thing is, the guy who followed me, like, I don't believe he ever chatted in my live stream before, like, I didn't recognize his name. So, yeah, who knows. Probably just some random guy. Maybe he accidentally followed me, realized that he'd done that, and then unfollowed. Not that it really matters to me. I'm sure as I continue to stream here, I'll pick up more and more followers, but, or maybe I won't, but regardless, it's a hobby that I have, and I will continue to do it. I'm going to pick this up here. I think that this is grass over this way. Full moon grass times 2. We're not quite at the level yet where we want to be using full moon grass. Generally how I have it is I go from one level to the next. In the previous build, definitely I was able to demonstrate that quite well. I very comfortably used all the grass that I needed going down the levels. So I'd use all the half moon that I had, and then I'd move to late moon, use all of that, then move to full moon. And I didn't run out of full moon by the time I'd finished the game. I think I had maybe 50 full moon by the time I went into New Game Plus, which is pretty good. Do I have the... I bet I don't have the Thief's Ring on right now, you know that? Okay, you go kill yourself. That makes things a lot easier. Thank you for that. I do not want to get hit by that sword. Can you literally leave me alone? I mean, I don't know how you could figuratively leave me alone, but just fuck off. I bet I don't have the Thief's Ring on. I knew it. Because those guys were way too aggressive. This particular area does, I guess, give you a hard time if you don't have the Thief's Ring on, so I'd much prefer to have it on. Because I don't really want to be messing around too much through here. I don't want to be dying, it wastes time and it's kind of frustrating. What kind of music do I listen to? The hair might give it away. I am a metalhead, and yeah, like an avid one, and have been all my life, so I'm not like a casual listener like most people who listen to metal are. Actually a very avid listener, and I have a vast knowledge of bands and dates and... oh no! My asshole. I mean, I don't know what my asshole has to do with that, but that was just a... I guess I exclaimed my asshole out of emotion, but anyway. That's alright. I have a number of Stones of Ephemeral Eyes because I have not actually died many times in this play. Oh. For a second I thought it said 2, it actually said 7, so... yeah, anyway. As long as we have enough to take down World 2 when we want to kill Skirvir, which should be fine, like we'll be able to do that. Maybe I'll use Rage of God, as it's called. I'll call it God's Wrath, just to make it clear that I am aware of the true translation. I'm not really going to consider this to be the legitimate English translation, even though this is the original English translation, for the simple reason that they just didn't do a very good job of it, so I guess I'm denying its, I guess, relevance, so, yeah. It was relevant before there was another English translation, but, yeah, no longer is it relevant. But yeah, this is a bit of an unusual game. It was an import game for almost the first year of its release, and then it sort of ended up on US shelves at the very least. Not in Europe until the year after, so it's no wonder the game didn't do too well. It's because it had a bit of a staggered release. It had a bit of a staggered release. It was only on PS3, and as we all know, the PS3 was the less popular of the previous generation of consoles in the West. Obviously not in Japan, or maybe even in Asia, but definitely in the West, the PS3 was not as popular. I always had a PS3 because I was more interested in Japanese games than Western games, hence the fact that I was playing this relatively early on. But, yeah, that's kind of the situation. I thought you'd be into jazz. Yeah, it's possible. I don't mind a little bit of jazz. Look, I like a little bit of everything, to be honest. I'm not too fussed about... Well, I'm actually extremely fussed about the music itself, but I'm not too fussed about the genre, because I can find all sorts of good things in many different genres. Jesus Christ, you could see that. This is why I don't really use God's Wrath in this game. It's because it really does take a while to fully cast the thing. Completely different to Wrath of God from Dark Souls. They really did fix this miracle, I can tell you that much. Don't you kill me now, please, for God's sake. Are you seeing the absolute relentlessness of this guy? This is insane. I have never actually... Well, I have, when I was going through the game very early on in my Souls career, if you want to call it that way. Yes, I did have problems with them like this in the past, but God, it's been a long time. I need to seriously wake up and shape up. Insane. Talk about a waste of time. Anyway, it's actually really frustrating. I'm not impressed. I'll have to really not allow that to happen again. But you could see what kind of situation I was in there. I was like one hit from death. I was out of stamina, and he was just relentlessly swinging at me with this heavy weapon that I couldn't really do much with it, to be honest with you. If I were doing a fast rolling build, maybe I'd be okay. I could roll out of there pretty easily. I don't get much distance with a roll here, but yeah, seriously. I do understand that upgrading my shield might be in order, but really, I thought I'd be okay, but clearly not. Anyway, we wouldn't have had any problems whatsoever had God's Wrath actually worked properly. It's just that I got flinched maybe like 2 frickin' frames away from being able to fully cast the thing, so it had no effect whatsoever. What do I think of rap/hip-hop? I have respect for some rappers, but the vast majority of them I don't have respect for the simple reason that I don't like their lyrical content. For instance, I like rappers like Eminem. I mean, which is strange, I mean, because he's like one of the few... Can you stop that? Are you seeing this, guys? Like, what we need is to have this guy jump off the cliff. Okay. Can you maybe stop? Is it just me, or is this a bit too much? Like, I can barely handle this. What's going on, guys? What have I done? How have I actually died 3 times here? This is absolutely unfathomable. No, but anyway, to get back onto rap and hip-hop, some hip-hop is alright, not much. Well, this is all subjective, of course. I'm not much of a fan of hip-hop at all. And probably because of the environment that I grew up in, you see. One of the schools that I went to when I was younger was a school that was of very mixed races, we'll say. And they were into hip-hop. And so I associated their stupidity, their feral behaviour with hip-hop. You have to understand. And there is like a correlation there. There has to be. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one who would have that experience to speak of. But there's that, and there's also the fact that I don't really like the sound of hip-hop for the most part. So yeah, those 2 things working in tandem generally result in me not liking hip-hop, if you can imagine that. As far as rap, I do enjoy some rap. I do like Eminem's style. Like, you have to understand, I have very little exposure to rap, to be honest. If I listen to more obscure stuff, I'm sure I would appreciate it, but I haven't even gotten that far. But I can tell you from, like, based on what I've heard, I like Eminem because just his delivery, and also I've seen his, what do you call it? Like the improv stuff that he does, like when he just like raps on the spot. That's impressive. Like, I couldn't fucking do that. Not many people could do that. So it leaves you in a position where you go, this guy has some serious fucking talent. So yeah, just his delivery is really good. Yeah, I'm having problems here with these skeletons. That particular situation with that skeleton should not have been happening with the Thieves Ring on, but anyway. I think either I'm getting really unlucky with their AI here, or I'm just not playing as well as I usually do. I just need to try and do my best here. There is always one archstone. It's interesting. There's one archstone that I always have a problem with when I'm doing a build, and usually only one, usually. Sometimes it's this archstone. And it's very interesting. A lot of the time, I'll go through this archstone, not die once, and nice and easy. I complete it very simply without any problems whatsoever. And then there are other times where the archstone just absolutely takes a shit on me, and I think this might be one of those builds where I'm having problems with World 4. We're going to try this again. Well, okay, that did something to them. We'll try that again, because I just don't want to touch them at this point. I really don't. Actually, I need to. Do I have enough? No, I probably don't have enough MP to do that. Let's go and equip the actual fresh spice to use. And, yeah. Maybe then we'll be able to do something. Oh, I went too close. No, never mind. He's still not dead. You bastard. Alright, so against my better judgment, I'll take you on. These guys are freaking me out, I have to tell you that much. Okay, you're going to die, and then when you come, you're going to die. God, you have to play it really safe with these guys. There's no question about that, at least in this particular situation. I mean, maybe I just don't have that much defense, I don't know. Maybe I should have a higher soul level when I'm coming through here. I'm soul level 35, which is admittedly pretty low, but yeah, maybe that's the problem. I'm just a low soul level, so the area is beating the shit out of me. But that's not an adequate excuse, really, or a complaint even, because I've made the decision to do a Morion Blade build, so I was, I guess, resigning myself to the fact that I would have to go through World 4 as soon as possible. So if I were under-leveled for that, then that's fine. That was my logic, so yeah, anyway. There we go. Am I playing on PS3 right now? Yes, because, well, I don't know how emulation goes, but even if I could emulate the game, I wouldn't, because that takes away from the authenticity of the experience, in my opinion. I'm playing many different versions of the game on disc on the PS3. The game only exists on PS3. I think that you were able to download the game on PS4 if you had a Japanese account. That's my understanding of it, but I've never confirmed that, and I only owned a PS4 for a relatively short time when I got Monster Hunter World on launch, and then sold the PS4 later because I was just going to get the thing on PC anyway. So I guess buying a PS4 was just an opportunity for me to experience World when it first came out, and I don't regret that purchase at all. Like, that was a fair purchase, and I had a good time with that. Good memories. Memories that unfortunately I'll never get back, because, or will never experience again, because the thing is, it's one of those games where the magic leaves you quite fast. Once you've had the adventure, there's no more adventure, put it that way. The adventure is over with World, sadly. But anyway. I could join you right now, but I'm trash. Unfortunately, you can't join me. And the reason why is because the online servers for Demon Souls were shut down sometime last year, which is amazing because they were planning on shutting them down, I think, in 2014 or something, but they chose not to shut them down because it might have been 2013 even, maybe even 2012. I can't remember what year it was now, but there was some year, I just can't remember it now, where they were going to shut down the servers. I remember that announcement being made. But then because there were so many people, at least in the US version, who were still playing it for the PvP, I need to stay away from that, because there's a Reaper just to the left in there who's going to fuck with me. But yeah, there were so many people playing that From Software made the decision to actually keep the servers up, so they lasted for as long as 2018, so that's pretty impressive. It is sad as hell, and the reason why is because the invasion experience of Demon Souls is the best invasion experience in the entirety of the Souls series, quite frankly. And now, oh shit, this is not good. I'm getting boxed in, and this happens a lot. Like, this does happen. Just need to get away from you. Fortunately, I'm doing enough damage to kill that other guy in time. That's one good thing about that. Anyway, so yeah, that is unfortunate because really invasions in Demon Souls were just more intense than any other Souls game in my opinion. So I could go on a very long explanation as to why that's the case, but I'll choose not to do that. But it has to do with, whoa. That guy decided that he did not want to ragdoll in the map, and he decided to ragdoll out of the map. That guy plays to the beat of his own drum, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, yeah. Look, I would be more sad about it, Grey, if these servers shut down earlier. It's just that they had already been out for so long, and I had so much fun with the servers, and I was expecting them to go so much sooner than they did. And so by the time it was 2018, like in the context of someone like me who's been playing the game since it came out, like I can look back over such a long period of time and go, wow, I've had the opportunity to have so much fun with this game online. It's understandable why now it's time for them to shut them down, and that's okay. It was a very dedicated community that played this game, and I can tell you it wasn't a large community, especially in the context of the Souls community as it is today, which is not a Souls community. There is no such thing as a Souls community. It's instead morphed and fused into the mainstream gaming community. That's a different thing, actually, because anime is the same. There's no anime community anymore. It's become some mainstream thing. The point being that when you've got the mainstream, you lose the niche and the sense of community because there's just too many people. So that's the idea. That's what Souls has become, unfortunately. And I do miss that. You know, I'd be able to sort of, I guess, interact with any person who was into the Souls series, and they'd be part of that little community. But now it's just synonymous with the mainstream gaming community, which I'm not really on good terms with because I don't really like them. But anyway, might have to do with the fact that I don't play like the really popular games. Not because they're, well, just because I have different preferences, I think, when it comes to video games. But anyway, I'm also not a huge gamer myself. Oh, God. So basically what I'm doing here with the old hero is making use of the Thief's Ring, because the Thief's Ring really does make a big difference with this fight. God, now he's going to come after me because I'm stuck between his legs like an idiot. Jesus, ballsack. Don't you attack me again, mate. Having some problems with Mr. Old Hero. Don't know why my nose is so freaking itchy. Wish I knew that. The mysteries of life. Can you chill out? So there would be absolutely no chance of him actually turning back and deciding not to attack me if I did not have the Thief's Ring on, you see. This is the whole idea. The Thief's Ring makes him a lot more docile because he's blind. And so obviously if you have the Thief's Ring on, it's only going to make it harder for the guy. So, yeah. As you were able to tell based on the damage he just dealt to me, this is very, very important that I actually have the Thief's Ring on, because if I didn't have it on, I'd be having to fight him normally, and that's, yeah, not fun. I'd much prefer not to do that. Of course, if you're stupid, you can have his random attacks actually make contact with you, but generally you don't allow that to happen. Grey Havoc says that he was doing invasions in Dark Souls before hackers came in, so... Or, well... Just trying to think of when that might have been, because the thing is, there have always been people hacking on Dark Souls. I think there might have been more of them on 360. But maybe they did, maybe at some point, really start overrunning the game. Because I stopped doing Dark Souls PvP in 2013. Or 2014. Around 2014, actually. I stopped. The reason being that, I mean, invasions are cool, but just general PvP, I did too much of it, and I started to see the negatives in it, and I didn't like it at all. It just, I guess because it was very much a situation where the biggest asshole wins, and I found myself getting a bit too, you know, similar to how I am with first-person shooter games. I was getting a little bit too annoyed if I failed an invasion or failed a PvP confrontation, and I just realised, hey, it doesn't matter, stop getting annoyed, just stop playing, and so I stopped playing. And that was how I finished with Dark Souls PvP, but I guess I would say that I was pretty good with Dark Souls PvP. I had a good understanding of the areas that I was fighting in, where to sort of position the confrontation to put the other person at risk, whether it be in relation to drop-offs or other enemies in the area. As well as that, I had a pretty balanced understanding of how to pull off parries and backstabs. Of course, parries had to be quite delayed given the netcode, but you'd sort of determine the amount of latency during the confrontation and then gauge when to actually time the parry, which was, put it this way, I used to be quite serious with Dark Souls PvP, but the only two games that I PvP'd in really were Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I very, very briefly engaged with PvP in Dark Souls 2, and I have heard positive things about Dark Souls 2 PvP. People have told me that, Dark Souls 2, while being a pretty bad Souls game, actually did PvP pretty well. I can't really identify with that because the sluggishness of the combat still feels frickin' sluggish during PvP. And there was also the weird parry thing. Just the way that the other person would have to sit down first before being parried. It felt very, once again, sluggish. The entire experience of Dark Souls 2 was basically sluggish Souls. So I'm just going to mash him to death here if you don't mind. But yeah, definitely the Thief's Ring does help with this guy. So yeah, if you do find yourself playing the game again, go Thief's Ring, just to learn the fight a little bit. You can see that based on the amount of damage he was doing to me, and based on how little damage I was doing to him, had I not been using the Thief's Ring, I would have had a pretty low chance of actually doing anything to him, or even succeeding in the fight. Now, I don't know what the fuck this is. Toad Eye Arrow. What? God, let me think. Special arrow used for incantation ceremonies, emitting a sound when it flies. I can't remember what arrow this is. Because of course it has a different translation, and a very strange translation in this version of the game. Toad Eye Arrow. I've got no idea. Anyway, so can't think. I mean, maybe I just don't know my Demon Souls arrows, but yeah, definitely Toad Eye Arrow is something that's unique to this game as far as the name is concerned. What I'm going to do, because the next area, which is where we're going to need to get the Storm Demon Soul to make the Morion Blade, it's going to be a little bit risky in there. So what I'm going to do is return to the Nexus, make the Second Chance Miracle, make use of Second Chance during the fight, just in case, because I'm going to be running to the Storm Ruler, which is going to be the sword that we will use for the fight. And it's worth mentioning that the Storm Ruler has no stat requirements whatsoever, so that's not going to be a problem at all. So the hero's soul that we just picked up from killing the old hero, we're going to turn into the one-time revival. Of course it's one time. You're not going to use it and then get automatically revived endlessly from that point. God, second chances are much better. Oh, need to go and remember the miracle, of course. Might help. Oh yes, it's also worth mentioning in this game, you guys might be wondering, well, Doomlink, you only have 2 slots, yet you're planning to also use Cursed Blade. Well, guess what? In this game, it's not like attunement slots in Dark Souls, because they changed that in Dark Souls, and that was consistent throughout the rest of the Souls games. Attunement slots were used for both magic and miracles, as well as pyromancy, so you had one type of slot. In this game, you have 2 different types of... yeah, 2 types of slots. Miracle slots and magic slots. So you can effectively have, say, 5 slots for magic, and then you can have completely different slots for miracles. You could have another 5 slots for miracles, and yeah. Oh god, my camera was automatically moved at that point. But yeah, you'll get to see Second Chance in action, maybe, but it's called One-Time Revival, apparently, which is whatever. It's funny because it makes it clear that this is not the Atlas version when you see a name like One-Time Revival. But yeah. Silly translation. Do those arrows have the same effect as an alluring skull from Dark Souls? I don't think so. The Demon Souls equivalent to alluring skulls is soul remains in this game, so I'll throw some soul remains and just sort of show you that. But that's the Demon Souls equivalent. Whoa. So, enemies will be attracted to this. But, these arrows, I don't think so. Emitting a sound when it flies. Yeah. This sound purifies evil. I've got no idea. Whoever translated that was probably having a serious acid trip or something like that. But anyway. Maybe there was no sound in the first place and it was just part of their trip. Anyway. Because maybe if I had the original translation of that arrow, I would, well, not the original, that's technically the original translation of the arrow, but if I had the Atlas translation, maybe I would actually know what it was and what it did, but I just can't think of what arrow that would be. You have to understand that because it's been a long time since I actively played this game, there are a few things that are still in my latent memories, so I kind of need I need them to be jerked awake within me sometimes. And seeing a name like Toad Eye Arrow does not jerk anything within my memories, I'll tell you what. So, here is the Storm Ruler. And this sword, as I said before, is not going to have any stat requirements, so any build can use this at any point in the game, so yeah. I do like this sword, it looks very cool. I love its use. It's just a nice thing in general. But it's worth mentioning that, very nice. But it's worth mentioning that the sword is pretty damn close to useless outside of this boss fight, so that's one annoying thing about it. And what I'm actually going to do, give me 1 moment, I'm actually going to drop down the volume of the game because it's actually very, very loud in this boss fight. The sound of this thing slamming down on the ground and me repeatedly doing that against the boss is actually super loud. It's louder than anything else in this game. So what I'm going to do is actually drop the sound, and I've done that. So yeah, I just don't want my voice to be drowned out. Last time, because I was watching back the recording from last build, so I do have an example of what that sounds like. It wasn't actually drowning out my voice, but just in case it does this time, I don't know. I'm just going to drop down the sound. I learnt to do that in my... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Second chance. Yes, I knew it. So what just happened there is I died, right? So that's why second chance is very good. I should have also taken that opportunity to attack the guy, but I didn't do that. Now, this is the crazy thing about second chance miracle. Like, I can cast this as much as I want, and it's effectively a second chance. So I don't know if you saw the sort of the bluish aura around me just before. That was second chance activating. So it's very important that you use this pillar during the boss fight, because this is going to protect you from these flying things. So this guy really, he's not doing much. Basically all he does is fly over you, excuse me by the way. He just flies over you and fires those things at you. As long as you're standing behind this big pillar, you're roughly safe. I say roughly because sometimes they can come at an angle where they still hit you, but at the very least you'll only be getting hit by 1 as opposed to like 7, so it's better to hide behind that. Most certainly. Oh, shit, ballsack. I was too busy going, I might have some sake. And then that happened. Because I'm an idiot. I can get 2 hits in, hopefully. Come on. Yes, I got 2 hits in. So, the annoying thing about this boss fight is when you're trying to do it in the higher levels of New Game. That's when it gets really freaking annoying. Because this Storm Ruler cannot be upgraded. So you can't actually do more damage against this this Storm King guy. So, basically he gets more health in New Game Plus, and then +2, +3, etc. And you're doing the same amount of damage. So, because this thing has no stat scalings or stat requirements, so that's one annoying thing about this boss, as far as being in the later game is concerned, like the much later game. Fuck you. I literally targeted the wrong thing. Hopefully the next pass will be a death, hopefully. I don't know if I can get a hit off it. Yes, I can. So definitely the next pass will be a death for this Storm King. And then we will be able to make the Morion Blade. Oh god. Maybe I need to drop my sake and just like play the game. Because that's becoming a problem. So see the angle at which these things are coming? You need to sort of do that when he's coming this way. You need to alternate sides because otherwise he'll just get hit. So long. And now we will return the volume to what it was before. Because that's, yeah, needed. Because it will be too quiet otherwise. But yeah, we now have... Oh, I didn't even level up. I was intending to level up, actually, when I was in the Nexus, but that's okay. We currently have 114,205 souls, which is a lot at soul level, whatever it is, 35? Yes, soul level 35, and I have that many souls. That's going to be a lot of level ups. So, I can't wait, actually. Another Toad Eye arrow. What the hell is it? I really need to know. Why is it called Toad Eye? Maybe they're magic arrows or something. I don't know. They must be. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, so what we're going to do is return to the Nexus. And I'm going to create the Morion Blade first and foremost. That's the first thing that we're going to do. But, ooh, Storm Demon Soul and Pure Dragon. No, not Pure Dragon Stone. Pure Clear Stone. No, Cloudstone, not Clearstone, shit. You get Pure Clearstone from Ostrava of Boletaria for rescuing him in World 1-3. And nowhere else as far as I know, unless you try to get it to drop from a Crystal Lizard in World 2. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to see if... What was I going to see? Something to do with the Morion Blade, wasn't it? I was going to look at something online, but now I've forgotten. Oh well. So what we're going to do is head into here. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to check to see if I needed the Red Hot Demon Soul to actually make the Morion Blade. Now, because I don't know, I'm just going to take the Red Hot Demon Soul out. And then I'll have it if I need it. Because basically to upgrade weapons in a certain way, you need to have the Red Hot Demon Soul to be able to do that. But it's possibly only the case with colorless Demon Soul weapons. I don't know if I can actually... Yeah, maybe the Red Hot Demon Soul is also necessary for this. I'm not too sure. But regardless, we're going to go and finally make the Morion Blade for our Morion Blade build. It only took us like, what, 3 parts? I can't remember. Wait, how many has it been since I started this? This is either the 3rd or 4th part of the Morion Blade build, so yeah. Long story short, it took a little while, but that's alright. What would be much nicer is if I could turn the Storm Ruler into the Morion Blade straight away, but that would be a bit ridiculous, because the Morion Blade is a very good weapon, so they can't make it too easy. Alright, so what we need to do is exhaust Blacksmith Ed's text until he is repeating his text, basically. Now he will be repeating. So then we stop talking to him, like as in exit out of his dialogue boxes. And we will give him the Red Hot Demon Soul. If you accidentally select a no, it's not a big deal. He'll give you another opportunity to give it to him, fortunately. There is the Morion Blade. And it doesn't have a weird name in this game. It is the Morion Blade, so don't worry. If I wanted to make myself cry, I could use Meltstone to return it to a bastard sword +0. But I'd rather not cry on stream if you don't mind. But regardless, hello viewers. I currently have 4 viewers. Welcome to the Morion Blade build, which has well and truly started now. So, yeah. This is the Morion Blade. It's kind of like a, well, it's not going to do much damage against this Crystal Lizard because I stand corrected. What is my current damage? It's 210, so without even having the... So I think it might be double damage, so it'll probably end up being 420, is that right? Yeah. So 420 damage probably when I'm at 30% health with this thing. And then on top of that, it's going to have... Is it right? I think so. It should be double damage. Can't remember the percentages now. But with the Clever Rat's Ring, with that, which is effectively the Red Tear Stone Ring for those who are not familiar, will increase the damage even further. Now the best thing about that is that the Clever Rat's Ring, how it works in tandem with the Morion Blade, is that the Morion Blade will because it's the largest multiplier, it will actually take the amount of damage you get from the Clever Rat's Ring and then multiply that as well as your original damage. So you actually get the best possible outcome with the Morion Blade plus Clever Rat Ring combination. So to get the Clever Rat's Ring, we need to go to World 3-1 and effectively clear it. The reason why I say effectively clear it is the way you access the ring is by pretty much doing everything in World 3-1 apart from killing the boss. Because how 3-1 works is that you have to go through the whole area and then eventually come around to the other side of the big series of crossbows that are firing down that bridge, and then you turn off those crossbows, and then you have access to the bridge where the Clever Rat Ring sits. At that point, you're basically at the boss room, so yeah. We will have to go through World 3-1 before getting access to that. But what we're going to do, because this is the Morion Blade build, is actually start playing in the Morion Blade style. So I will have more damage, and I will have less health, and I will be making use of Second Chance to make sure that I don't die by doing that. But anyway, so we have the Steel Shield as well. I'd like to upgrade that, but I need to... Actually, maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know how much Hardstone I have in general. Probably a decent amount still, even though I brought my Bastard Sword to plus whatever it was. Plus 8, yes. If I can remember. That was important. How have I forgotten that in the meantime? I don't know. But if I look... Okay, so I would need to buy more large Hardstone. And I don't really have any chunks. Okay, so I guess we won't bother with upgrading the shield, which is a shame because it's only at like 60 guard break, is that right? Or is it at 70? Let's have a look. It's only at 60. 60 is kind of low, but that's alright. Maybe once we go through World 1, so maybe I'll prioritize World 1 to get more Hardstone. Maybe that's what we'll do. It's not so much about the it's not so much about the large shards, it's more about the chunks, because I can buy both regular and large shards. It's only having one chunk that is leaving me going, okay, that's not really going to work out for me. But at the same time, I don't really want to waste time before going into World 3-1 by buying shards and all this, because it's going to take me some time. So what I might actually do is do that, except make sure that I get the right amount of shards, because I don't want to waste time by going back and forth, because that's going to be extremely annoying. So what I might do is have a look at the list of weapons, and shields will be among those, and then I'll see if I can get an upgrade path. Well, as far as telling me how much I need for each upgrade level, but that might not exist. I actually don't know. It does tell me, thank God. So let me just okay, so I'm going to need, before I use chunks, okay, so I need 18 large shards in total before I need another 9 in conjunction with 3 chunks. This is not inclusive of regular shards. So 18 large shards, that's going to be really expensive. But that's going to allow me to take the shield to +6, which is going to have a guard break reduction of 73, which is a big improvement on 60. That's a fair difference, actually. So, what we'll do is go and buy those shards, because I have a lot of souls right now, but while I could be using them to level up, I'd instead get more use out of a better shield, I think. So I'm going to prioritize the consumption of those souls by having it directly correlate with my ability to shield things. I think that's just going to work out better for me, just while I get used to doing the red tear stone ring style of play. So that's what we're going to do. Basically, to buy large shards, you need to go to the Filthy Man in World 2-2, not in 2-1. Because in 2-1, he will only sell the basic levels of upgrade, whereas he'll sell the next level up, the next tier, in World 2-2, which is where we are right now. And it won't take me very long to do this. I don't even have a Shard of Archstone, so unfortunately I can't do this quite as fast as I might have been able to. But, anyway. As far as getting Shards of Archstone, you don't actually get one, even, until World 3-2. And then, if you have Patches the Hyena unlocked as a vendor, you can actually buy them from him at quite a high price. They are effectively Homeward Bones, so... Except they're a lot pricier in this game. The reason why Homeward Bones are a bit easier is because you're constantly going from one bonfire to another, but... Yeah, based on the structure of this game, something like a Homeward Bone is considered a lot more valuable. Because it takes you straight out of the entire world that you're in and takes you back to the hub world, so... Anyway. The vendor, the Filthy Man... Actually, where is Patches? There he is. I'll just chat to him.
You, go on.
How did I do that? I used my brain. It's not very difficult. Ring of Flame Resistance is alright, but... Don't really need it right now. So the Filthy Man is all the way at the bottom. Sort of hanging out. I'd rather not fall on him because I don't want to aggro him or anything like that. I'm sure he would not be impressed if I dropped on his head. You know, that would kill a normal person, but this isn't really a realistic game, so he would instead be aggroed. I mean, imagine if some armoured man dropped on your head from a very high altitude. That would be a concern of yours, I think. How many can I buy? Ooh. Jeez, this is fucking pricey. Okay. Well. You know, if I bought 9, I'd be able to upgrade it to +5. So... Based on... Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy 9. Because... It's another 9 for the +6 upgrade. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy 9. Just because of how freaking expensive it is. And that's going to do us. And we'll buy the rest in World... 2-1 as we need it. So that is the plan. And head back up to where we came from. I do not want to deal with these rockworms. It's going to make me really annoyed if I do have to deal with them. Probably going to get hit by that, but that's alright. I don't mind too much. Whoa. Nearly fell off there. So, once again, I do apologise for coming back to this area. It's not really what I wanted to do. But, anyway. Of course, backtracking to the same area constantly isn't very entertaining for me either, but it is a necessity, so what can I say? But, once we go through World 3-1, which is going to happen very soon, basically what I'm going to do first is get my shield upgraded as much as I can, and then I will level up, and then we'll be going through World 3-1 and giving the Red Tear Stone Ring style of play a try. I say Red Tear Stone Ring because, you know, I guess that's a bit more of an established phrase than, say, Clever Rat's Ring. It was only in one game, Clever Rat's Ring, but Red Tear Stone Ring has been in all the Souls games, so... Most of you will know it as Red Tear Stone Ring, basically. And I don't understand the phrase Clever Rat's Ring. I mean, Clever Rat? What does that have to do with anything? There's the Dull Rat's Ring, which is the Blue Tear Stone Ring as well. You have so much range, that is insane. I can't believe that you were able to hit me from such a distance. That's okay, you know what, that's okay. The reason why is because I need to take World 2 down to Pure Black anyway, later on to fight Skirby the Wanderer for the Beast Talisman, so that's okay. Because I would need to use a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes to be alive, to kill myself in this area anyway. So, that's alright. It's just that causes me to waste time at a moment that I really don't want to waste time, but that's okay. Get away from me, sir. No. It's just he had a greater range than I was expecting with that pickaxe. And you could see that it didn't really hit me, but it technically did, so... It was a bit of an annoying situation, but what can I do? So now we're going to go to World 2-1. Fucking, who is it? So I think it's like 24, do I need? No, it's 34, is that right? Yeah, 34 shards of... Ooh. That's going to be fucking expensive. I don't know if I have enough souls for that. Well, I guess we're about to find out. Why is my nose so freaking itchy? I wish I knew. Can I, like... Anyway, don't worry. So, we're going to see how expensive this is. How many can I buy? 27. Let's just buy 27 for now. Let's just do that. Is that going to leave me... That'll leave me enough souls to actually... Oh! It's because I'm overburdened if I buy more. Okay. All good. So what we'll do... I will actually go and try to use these, and then I'll buy whatever else I need. So let's go do that. Okay. Upgrade our shield. Steel shield. It really does require a lot of regular shards when you're upgrading in this game. It's insane how many you need. So, it's +4. We're going to only get to +5, so we need another 9 shards, which is okay. So, is that right? Why did I buy so many large shards then? Oh, I forgot that I had some in my fucking bag. Jesus. That's why I have so many still. It's because I had a lot in my stockpile Thomas storage as well. Not a lot, but enough, basically. So, not enough to level up as much as well, upgrade my weapon as much as I need to at the moment, but wow. So, jeez. Anyway, so, 8. No, 9 is what we need. And now, you're entertained. Yeah, that's right. We've finally got the sword that the build's named after. Someone was joking in the first part of this build that it was a clickbait title because I didn't have the Morion Blade and I was doing a Morion Blade build. So we can actually take it to +6 because I have enough large shards. Cool. So I wasn't sure how much the requirement was going to be in terms of large shards for the next upgrade, but now I can see that we do have plenty. So we're going to buy another 10 shards of hardstone. I know it's called Splinter in this game, but just ignore that. It's not Splinter. So, don't worry about that. No matter what it says, ignore it. Just listen to me. Listen to my words. It is shard, not splinter. Upgrade weapon. There is a yappy dog outside, and it's going to get choked if it doesn't shut up soon. Okay, so you can see that at this point we need chunks of hardstone. Now this is what we can't buy. We have to actually get that from crystal lizards. And we've pretty much killed all of the crystal lizards that we can in World 2. Although I did... Now that I think about it, I was right in front of one when I was going to buy large shards before and I chose not to kill it. I wish I knew why. Obviously I wasn't engaging my brain. Because had I been engaging my brain, I would have realised, hey, I need to kill that thing. But obviously that's a little bit more than what I can ask for. Brain, can you please work? No. Do you like the bubbling sound? That's one thing that I enjoy about the sake decanter that I have. Bubbles a lot. It's because of the, if you look at it, you've got the wide part and then the narrow part. So the liquid being distributed across those two things causes a lot of bubbling to go on. So you have to head out for 30 minutes to run some errands. All good, Grey. I should still be around, I think. How long have I been streaming for? Let's have a look. See if I'm still going to be around. Wow, I haven't even been live for an hour. Definitely I'll be around. I'll see you when you're back. So what we're going to do is... What am I doing again? Well, let's put away anything that we have in our inventory to stockpile, Thomas. Oh, nothing much. We'll put away this stuff. We don't need this. None of this is necessary. May as well save our item burden at this point. Those bubbling sounds, how ASMR. Exactly. Exactly. So, what am I doing? Yeah, Thief's Ring we're going to put on. Just for now. Of course, we're going to replace that with a Clever Rat's Ring later on, but for now, that's what we're going to do. And now we're going to level up with the souls that remain. But of course, we're going to consume these souls before doing that. So that's the plan. And then we will be able to hopefully level up enough. Actually, we'll be able to level up a lot. Because even, you see, we had like 114,000 before. Now we have 90,000. 90,000 is still a lot to be leveling up with at soul level 35. So, yeah, we should be pretty good. The reason why we have that many is because we killed both the old hero and the Storm King without really using their souls for anything. So it really did add up, basically. We're going to get some... Oh, I don't have any fresh spice. Alright. Well, that's going to be important, actually, so I won't use too many of my souls here. Okay, so we need to get magic up to 18. Let's just get that out of the way. So now I don't have to worry about it. I have the stats that I need to pretty much have a completed build. Like, I can use the build to its full level of efficiency with my current stats. Because, yeah... there isn't much stats scaling going on. In fact, there's no stat scaling going on. Cursed Blade does not scale with magic. Second Chance does not scale with miracle power. The Morion Blade has no stat scalings. It's just on its own a really strong thing. So it's not about stat scalings. It's just stat requirements that I'm aiming for here. So the stats that I have right now are, in effect, all I need. So we're going to put the rest of this in Vitality, I think. Because Vitality... it's going to effectively be a Vitality build that we've got here. So, yeah, I'll have enough souls once I've leveled up at this point. 4,453 is enough to get some fresh spice and maybe something else that I need. So, anything else that I need, rather. So now we have a lot more Vitality, as you can tell. So we're going to go and use a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, because 30% of reduced health there is going to be, yeah, not much. So... the difficult thing is getting the right amount of health lost to get the boost. So I'm going to have to really work out to see what that's going to be like. So we'll have a look and see once we're in the Tower of Latria to do that. So see what we can do. Let's begin with the Morion Blade build, everyone. I do like sake. It's good. Depends on the sake, though. I had a really bad one somewhat recently because I think it was made with sweet potato or something like that. It was a potato-based sake. It would have a specific name, I'm sure. I just can't think of it. But God, I could not fucking drink it. I mean, it was a much higher alcohol percentage than this. It was like 35%. That's fine. But it was so sickly fucking sweet. Like, in some weird way. It wasn't like... it's not sweet like you would say sugar is sweet. It was sweet in a different way. And it was not nice. I need to actually let myself get hit by you. Can you hit me, please? Yeah, you know what? Don't do that. I want to get hit by your shockwave attack. This is what I want to get hit by. Oh my god, that's barely doing anything. Okay, yep. Grab me, grab me, grab me. And now... suck. Suck. Okay, we're definitely in Morion Blade right now. So, we're not going to let ourselves get hit by you anymore. Now, Crescent Moongrass is actually going to be useful with the Morion Blade build, now that I think about it. Are we at the damage boost? No, we're not. Jesus. Well... okay, so, yeah. I guess it is more than 30%, slightly. But, yeah, so we need to... that's okay, if we get hit by one more of those attacks... yeah, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to equip Crescent Moongrass, because that's going to be useful to us. Having those little incremental heals is going to allow us to get just the right amount of health that we need, I think. So, I'm just going to continue down this way. I think there is a... yes. I'm forgetting how to play this game. Oh, I haven't even casted Second Chance. That might help. So let's go do that. And, oh, hello. So I want to get hit by this. Yes, that's what I want to get hit by. Oh, that did a bit of damage. Don't get hit by that. I need to... okay, now that I've got the Morion Blade, you're dead. So get out of my face. Now let's just heal a little bit. Oh, that's probably enough. 336, so it's not double, but that's okay. I guess double would be a bit crazy, but... yeah, we can very, very clearly see like how much damage we're doing with this weapon. Well, whether or not we have the Morion Blade procced is very clear to us because you can see that it's got a very, very visible effect. So that's pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Morion Blade build. Yeah. It's just great when you can't speak English. I love that. It's the best thing in the world. But anyway. It appears to be locked. Do you know why? Because I'm an idiot. There was a key on the wall just back there, but I was too busy having fun with the Morion Blade to actually pay attention to it. What is that symbol that's next to... I mean, I can see what it is. The symbols there are referring to first the Thief's Ring, then Second Chance, which means that there's a miracle in effect. That's what it means. It's not actually specific to Second Chance. What the fuck? Where is the thing? Where am I? Why am I lost? This is weird. Anyway, you're gonna die. Get out. This is the whole idea of the Morion Blade. Nothing's gonna hurt you because you're killing everything. That's the whole point. So... I can't remember what the item is down at the end here, so we'll just go and pick it up just so we can educate ourselves, and that'll be all. So, the Clever Rat's Ring has the same health percentage requirement for its boost as the Morion Blade, so it's very, very good to use in tandem with the Morion Blade. It's not like you're having to get different percentages, so that would make things a little bit more complicated, but definitely, with the way things are set out, we don't have to worry about that so much, so that's one good thing. So, I mean, our current damage of 336 is going to be boosted to around the 400s, probably, with the, well, definitely around the 400s. I don't know how it's going to be, actually. Maybe it'll be into the 500s. We'll see. With the Clever Rat's Ring, that is. So, we'll have to see what happens with that. Alright. So... pretty much going through the Tower of Latria is going to be a quick, easy process for me. I'm just going to try to do it as quickly as possible, while also having a bit of fun with the Morion Blade whenever I can. Can you just go away? But yeah, I don't want to only have Crescent Moon Grass equipped. I'll probably have, maybe a bit of Half Moon as well, but Crescent Moon is going to be the most useful. Did I forget to buy Fresh Spice, or did I buy some? I don't know. We'll just use Old Spice for now. We're going to get some Fresh Spice as we go through this area, because these Cthulhu guys, or what are they called? Like Mind something or other. They do drop Spice, whether it be fresh or whatever. So, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10 for the itchiness of my nose, it's about a 9. 10 being the most itchy. So, it appears to be locked, so I guess we need to continue down here. Why am I having so many problems with the Tower of Latria and locked doors today? I'm obviously not very good at the game at the moment. Oh. I'm forgetting how to play it. Okay, so the key on the wall is just over here. It's like... but we need to kill you. Don't you dare. Go on, suck me. Anyway. As I said, we got some spice. The reason why I say as I said is because I was telling you just before that these guys do drop the spice, so... that's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll head down to the gate over this way. And then we will be able to access... well, not that we need her, but we're able to access past this point the once Royal Mistress, who is a pretty decent vendor, actually. Time to die. Okay, pick this up. Fresh Spice. And Old Spice, okay. I'll take all of it. That's fine. I'll have Fresh Spice and Old Spice equipped, I think. I'll just decide based on the scenario. Oh, well, that's going to kill me. I was just playing like an idiot. We'll have to do this again, guys. So, and by do this again, I mean get our health down. So, I'm going to let myself get... no. That's going to kill me. Okay, if I let that hit me, I should be alright. Are we in the health boost now? Yes. Time to die. How easy is that? Fucking second chance, my friends. It's very good. So, anyway, we'll use the Fresh Spice, because it's less valuable. And we don't have that much... you know what, let's put away Old Spice. We don't need that. We don't have much magic, or much MP, so it's fine to just use Fresh Spice. It heals most of it. So 2 Fresh Spice is fine. Now, the gate down this way is what we want to open to continue through. Itchy nose, 9 out of 10. Yeah, seriously, like, fucking itchy nose. Like fucking right along here to here. Like, oh my god. You just wouldn't even imagine. Like, every single moment that passes as I'm recording here is me resisting itching that fucking nose. So whenever I itch it, right, that's me giving in to the most severe temptation you can imagine. So, anyway, I don't know. I wish I knew why. Maybe it would be great if I had, like, Google, but for my body. I type in, what the fuck's wrong, mate? And then it tells me, okay, well, this is what's wrong. And then maybe I'll be able to see how to fix it. And some would say that that's what a doctor's for, but hey. If you go to a doctor saying, I have an itchy nose, they might tell you to fuck off. But they might. I don't know if they will, but they might. Regardless. Uh-oh. That is the fucking dangerous thing. Because I could see there was a difference in the casting animation there. I could tell that we're about to get fucking hit with the... No! Did I just lose the bonus? I did. Bastard. Okay, so... Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to heal ourselves for a bit more and then get hit by the shockwave if we can. Are you going to shockwave me? Come on. Shockwave. Shockwave. No. Shockwave, please. Because I need you to take my health down. Okay, now I should be in the boost. Am I not? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Shockwave me. Now I should be in the boost. Fucking Morion Blade, man. Yep, now we're in it. Anyway. Of course, imagine, you know, the biggest troll possible. This is the biggest troll. Is make someone who's running a Morion Blade build to have the Regenerator's Ring on. Now that, ooh, that would be absolute pure frustration at its best. Because you would constantly be having to get yourself down in health. Ugh. That would not be pleasant at all. I would not be happy to do that. So, at this point we want to continue down, further and further down. And we're about to reach the bridge where the Clever Rat's Ring is going to be located, however we can't access it just yet. If we wanted to be absolutely, completely fucking insane, we would be able to actually access that, but I'm not insane, so I'm gonna not, if you don't mind. There's a crystal lizard over there, but he's just gonna give me moonstone, I think, so let's just not even bother with him. We need to go this way to get the special key, but we don't actually need the special key, which is funny. Because that's for rescuing Sage Frake, and the magic that we need is actually from Yuri the Witch, so it's called Jailer's Key in this version of the game instead of Special Key, and I do have a memory of that now that I think about it. Jailer's Key. That's interesting. The funny thing is, I do have a memory of it, but I haven't actually thought of that for a very long time. So, Jailer's Key. Yeah. That's what it used to be called. Then it was changed to Special Key. Now, where are we going? Did we pick up a key around here that wasn't that key, basically? Can't remember. I think we can now... I've never had actual problems coming through the Tower of Latria before, and if you want to look at the previous build for proof of that, then you can. But for some reason, I'm somewhat lost. I'm not actually somewhat lost, I'm just... Okay, I do have... Oh, the Jailer's Key is for this. Okay, the special key must be somewhere else. Where is that? It's not called Jailer's Key in... whatever it's called. At least I'm pretty sure it's not called the Jailer's Key in the Atlas version. I've never got that blue NPC out of that cell yet. Yeah, he's interesting. You need to get a key from World 3.2 to open that, I think. The best way to get him out of his cell is actually to drop this to pure black and fight his Black Phantom version, so... But that's hell. Unless you're using Poison Cloud and cheesing him or something. Which is what I did in the previous playthrough, actually. Because I needed to get the Phosphorescent Pole, which is a reasonable, not a good one, but a reasonable magic scaling weapon in the game. That Black Phantom Lord Rydell drops, who is the blue guy that you're referring to. And, you know, I'd like to save him for the simple reason that he's very noisy when he's, like, going... I can't actually exactly... imitate that, because if I did, I'd have the cops over, but yeah. I could imitate it if I tried, but I'm not going to. That was me trying to do it without making too much noise. So, you don't want to hear the version where I am not worrying about making too much noise. There is the Clever Rats ring. That's what we want for the build, and we're going to put that on right now. And so, woohoo! Check that out, boys. 336 to 504, suck me off. So, I knew it was going to be a big boost, and I did suspect that it would be in the 500s maybe, but yeah, that's very nice. So, if you're using a Morion Blade, right, and you don't have the Clever Rats ring, you're a fucking idiot, so, yeah. Well, if you're not planning on getting the Clever Rats ring, you're a fucking idiot, so... Well, maybe you just don't know that the ring exists, but you should have it, basically. That's the point that I'm trying to make. So it's very important, obviously, before you fight the boss, because we are pretty much at the point where we want to be fighting the boss. It's very important to go and kill a guy who's in sort of like a higher up area in the cathedral. And he basically heals the boss. Now, I have never, ever, ever, ever experienced fighting this boss with this guy alive. I don't know what it means for him to stay alive. All I know is that he heals the boss. That's it. Nothing else. I don't know if that makes the boss unbeatable, or that just makes the boss super freaking hard. No idea. Because since the very first playthrough, I've always killed this guy. Oh god. Yes, it is Demon Souls. You do have it... So you do have it in the title of the live stream. Yes, it is Demon Souls. Very good game. Best of the Souls games, and in my opinion. And also one of my favourite video games of all time. We're currently doing the Morion Blade build, which is in effect a red Tearstone ring build. We currently have the Clever Rats ring equipped, which is the Demon Souls equivalent to the red Tearstone ring. And we also have a weapon that has the same effect, where if you have 30% health, you will receive a boost. Now, this is extremely dangerous. Falling in Demon Souls is frightening shit. So, ugh. What I'm trying to do is drop here, but you know what? Fuck it. I have low health. Let's not even do it. If we were to drop down on that ledge, we would gain access to Widow's Lotuses and essentially a shortcut down to a Black Phantom who was trying to mess with us, but I'm not even going to bother with that shit. It's going to be interesting to see how few hits it will take to actually kill this Black Phantom now that we're at 504 damage. Now, keeping in mind, of course, that once we have Curse Blade and add even more damage on it, whew, that's going to be crazy. And we will need to use Crescent Moon Grass in conjunction with Cursed Blade to be able to maintain that damage boost, because otherwise we're going to reach 0 health, have second chance proc, and then that's going to suck, so yeah. Well, that's pretty good. Knowing how much health she has, yeah, that's a-okay. But, okay, come on, love. Let's go. Don't be shy. You hit through your... was going to hit through your defenses, but that didn't work out too well, did it? You're a little bitch. Do you know that? You're annoying me. See, she instantly goes into shielding, so... there we go. Needed to get her just at that moment. So anyway. And I am doing well, Melee, if that's your name. Why you know Melee? Well, I am meleeing, so you don't have to worry about that. For past viewers, his name is Why You Know Melee. He didn't actually say that. Now, I'm not going to heal myself with Crescent Moon because I'll probably lose my boost, so even though I've got like a tiny bit of health, I'll just keep it at this. So we should be able to kill this boss pretty quickly, I'm thinking. I'm going to go two-handed because I think I'll be able to avoid her opening attack. Ooh. Almost out of stamina there. Shit. I would have been able to kill her in one round, easily. But I didn't manage that. That's the one. That's her right there. Before she casts her shit. Oh, she casted it. No! Damn it. Instantly died right there. So I did just effectively die. But that's alright. We... Can you hit me but not kill me, maybe? Let's recast Second Chance to start with. Oh, no, 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 no. This is very bad. Recast, 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 recast. Okay, so, cool, cool, cool. So, time to die, love. Time to die. As long as I get those souls. Well, I do admit that it's difficult to fight that boss with low health. I guess the ideal situation is to be smarter with one's stamina consumption. Have enough stamina to be able to attack her and kill her in one go, like at the first moment of confrontation, so, yeah. Anyway, that's alright. I'm not used to the Morion Blade build, so it's something a little bit different. We'll just have some fun with it. We've killed the boss, we don't have to worry about that. All we need to do is return to the boss room, pick up our soul, and get transported to World 3-2. That's all we need to do. And we'll be able to do that pretty fast, because now that we have access to that bridge, we'll just be able to go there nice and quickly, I think. Can you? Fuck off. Like, seriously. Anyway. I'm trying to think what would be faster. If we went the side way and ended up on the other side of the bridge, or if we just crossed the bridge. Because we need to go a bit of distance to reach the bridge as well, so... Oh, hello. I may as well continue going. Come on. Okay. Now, suck me. Not that. Suck. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now, the key is not to let it, or him, hit you after this point. Shield that shit. Whoa! That is like 1 HP right there. Die. 552. Beautiful. But anyway, so, as you can see, it's quite a bit of fun doing this. I enjoy this, actually. Morion Blade. So let's bring it... God, you're already after me. You were doing Soul Ray. I do not want to get hit by that Soul Ray. That's death, basically. Shit. No! Okay. It's alright. Because I was expecting her to run. Or, why am I referring to it as a she? I don't know. Maybe because of the dress? I don't know. But, yeah, really. What am I drinking? Sake. That's what I'm drinking. It's very nice. I haven't had sake for a while. But I'm on the sake, I guess. I should have done it for the Japanese version of the game, which I was playing in the previous build, actually, but... It is a Japanese game, so I'll forgive myself for that. I'm going to go over the bridge as normal, because I'm able to. I think it is like a longer journey, but... Anyway. Whatever. If we can do it, we may as well do it. Keep away from me. I'm not going to bother killing that guy. I could, just to sort of test out my damage, but... He sort of flails his arms around, and he doesn't really give you anything interesting when he dies anyway. He just gives you a few souls, and... Maybe even a consumable soul of some description. I don't think so. But he might. But overall, it's just not worth the effort. It would take a little bit less effort with the Morion Blade dealing this much freaking damage right now, 504, but, you know, I'd rather not put myself at risk. I don't know if I don't believe that I'm healed, actually, as I go into World 4-2. It's not until not 4-2, 3-2, it's not until I actually rested the Archstone that well, not rest, it's not a bonfire, when I activate the Archstone and return to the Nexus. Only at that point will I be healed again, so... the temptation to actually just go through World 3-2 like this is pretty high, because it's annoying to have to try and get your health down again. It really is. And it's kind of easier with the... I mean, who would be able to get my health down in the next area? I've only got 18,488 souls, so you know what we're going to do? I'm going to pick up the baby's nail, because I can. May as well make it clear that it exists. And then go to the altar. And get taken to 3-2, and I think we're just going to go right ahead and take on 3-2. That's what we're going to do. Although... Maybe I should instead... Now here's an idea. Maybe I should instead not do that. Yeah, I'm going to not do that. I'm instead going to go to World 1... and get access to Yuri the Witch. That's what I'm going to do. Because I have the slots that I need now. Oh, that's right. So, I wonder how many slots I got with like 16, 17 magic. Because I was saying that I only needed the magic that I had for the Beast Talisman. But I would reckon that I needed a certain amount of magic to get 3 slots for Curse Blade anyway. So it might have actually coincided very conveniently with the Beast Talisman requirement. Maybe 18 was what I needed for 3 slots. Anyway. So, we're going to give World 3-2 a miss for now. We will of course be returning here. But for now, we're going to return to the Nexus and we'll go through World 1. We'll make short work of World 1-2. And we're not even going to Morion Blade that properly. Like, we're going to use the Morion Blade, but we're not actually going to get our health down because those enemies aren't doing much damage to us at this point. So, what we'll instead do is just go through it as normal because they're pretty weak, right? So, 210 damage is more than enough. They're probably going to be getting one shot at 210 damage anyway. Because if I can remember back in the days when I'd use the magical sword Makoto, which is like pretty crazy that I was doing that, because that's like the loser weapon, you know. You pull out the magical sword Makoto if you're kind of crap at the game. It's like the Drake sword, actually. That is a really good comparison to make. Magical sword Makoto is basically the Drake sword. So when I was running the magical sword Makoto, it's actually perfect because the Drake sword does 200 damage. It's set damage with no stat scaling. So it's the same with the magical sword Makoto, except I guess the difference is that that's a katana and the Drake sword is more like a regular straight sword. So yeah. So what we're going to do is head through the Phalanx Archstone, I think, and then later we'll take this down because I'll wait until I get Will I wait until I get Cursed Blade before taking on Skiva the Wanderer? Maybe. We'll see. Because once we get him to Black Phantom level, which will be at pure black here, he's a bit of a difficult fight, I'm just going to say. But if I'm doing so much damage, like if I have, I don't know how much it is, it's like in excess of 600 damage, it's like 650 to 670 damage. If I'm running the Clever Rat's Ring with Morion Blade, plus Cursed Blade on Morion Blade. So, yeah. That could be enough to maybe like 5-shot Black Phantom Skiva the Wanderer, maybe. So if I could 5-shot him, 5 to 10-shot even, I'd probably be able to handle him normally. I wouldn't need to cheese him or something, which is something you can do. You can go and cast, I'm not even going to level up, I guess, with these souls. I have 18,000, but whatever. But yeah, I guess I'm, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm probably not going to need to cheese him, but we'll have to see. Is Ostrava here? He probably is. Let's go say hello to him. Yep, he's hanging around in here. As expected.
Clear out the soldiers.
I will. Don't you worry about that, I'll rescue you. I have no reason not to. I actually need his mausoleum key because I do plan to use the Ancient King set. Actually, I don't need to really kill Ostrava early on because if I'm going to get the ring of... Not the ring, sorry. What the fuck am I talking about? Well, here we go. I can actually make sense of that. If I'm going to get the Iron Ring of Keys, which is needed to access Yuri the Witch, I may as well just go complete World 1-3 and then maybe run to the end of World 1-4 and get access to the Mausoleum Key from Ostrava without having to kill him. Because I do feel bad killing him, like I don't really want to kill him, so yeah. Or I could not. Maybe I could kill him in World 1-3 after he gives me Pure Clearstone, which would be a super asshole move, but yeah. I'd be able to get the Mausoleum Key straight away. And then I would use... yeah, I'd use Curse Blade on Old King Duran, who I believe has the most health out of any enemy in the game, I think. Unless we're talking about some Black Phantoms. Maybe some Black Phantoms would have more health than him, but as far as non-Black Phantom enemies go, Old King Duran has the most health by far. So, yeah. Like, more than the False King and all of that, so, yeah. He's quite rough. He's a completely optional fight. And to be honest, I would only get the Ancient King set for aesthetic reasons. It has decent defense. Probably less defense, though, than the set that I'm using right now. But aesthetically, it would look nice. So I'd like to actually get it and all of that. So yeah. Good news, by the way. My nose isn't itchy anymore. Party time. No idea what came over my nose. I was going to say I had no idea what came over me, but it's more like what came over my nose. I need to ask my nose about it. Once the stream's over, I'm going to have a very serious talk with my nose, and maybe we'll be able to work it out. Anyway. I'm just going to kill the guys up here because why not? Just a bit of fun. As I did suspect, they are dying in one shot. Once again, I've used the magical sword Makoto coming through here before, and the unupgraded Morion, well, not unupgraded, the non-buffed or non-boosted Morion Blade has roughly the same damage, so yeah, one-shotting, basically. Gonna let the dragon come over. Not gonna play chicken with him. Let's go, my friend. Wasn't able to get a good angle on his approach there. Or get a good visual on his approach because I had the cart in my way. Didn't really work out too well, I think you'll find. But anyway. So, these enemies here can be a little bit annoying. A little bit. But not that much. They're alright. Especially when I've got a weapon like this, they're not much of a problem at all. So we're almost at the boss already. Can you stop, maybe? Maybe, baby? Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll kill Ostrava in World 1-3. I don't really want to, but I want to as well. Like, I don't want to, but I want to. So I've decided that I want to overall. So my overall feeling is I want to. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, don't miss that. There's another one at the top over there, which I'm going to pick up. I just need them, I think. So I'm going to actually get them, if you understand. You, my friend, shall experience death very soon. I was wanting to backstab you for more enjoyment, but yeah, anyway. Didn't turn out too well. But yeah, this shield here has pretty good guard break, but it's only like half upgraded. It's like +5 or... Oh no, I got it to +6, that's right. It's like 73, I think. Yes, 73 guard break reduction, which is A-okay. Almost at the level of a fully upgraded Knight Shield, which is very good. So, yeah, as I was saying in the previous video, I think, it's very interesting because you've got the Knight Shield and the Steel Shield, which are of the same weight, but the Steel Shield, of course, being a larger shield, has greater guard break. So, it's basically a choice of whether or not you would like to be able to parry with a shield, or not parry with a shield. And the difference between those two things is quite a hefty amount of guard break, so yeah, I'd say the Steel Shield versus the Knight Shield is a pretty fair fight. And definitely there's no correct answer as far as like which is the better choice, but I guess the argument that you could make as far as not being able to parry with the Steel Shield is, hey, if I just do this and parry, there's no problem at all. Because it would be the same as parrying with the Knight Shield, so I guess laziness would be the factor that would, or the variable. Laziness would be the variable. Anyway, maybe I'll pour myself some more before we start. What time is it? 11. 11. How long have I been streaming for? 1 hour and 28 minutes. I guess I'll be streaming for an hour and 2 hours and 30 minutes in total, because I feel like streaming for a lot longer than this, so that's probably what we'll do. Anyway. Go for it, mate. So, if I wanted to be lazy, I wouldn't even kill the archers up here, but I'm going to kill them, mainly because I don't have the Thieves' Ring on, so they're going to be even more annoying, so... If you had the Thieves' Ring on, I don't think these guys would pose too much of a threat, even at a lower level, but without it on, yeah, we're not going to bother. Whoa, don't get hit with that. That would slice my head clean off, I'll tell you what. But yeah, this Tower Knight is really not going to present much of a problem, because we are a bit overpowered as we're going through this area. I haven't even been checking YouTube, maybe I could do that. We'll see if we... Actually, I don't even need to do that. I won't even open YouTube, I'll have a look at Restream. I have 1 viewer on YouTube. Okay, better than nothing. Hello, 1 viewer on YouTube. Sorry if you're talking to me, it's just that for the last few streams I haven't had people talking to me on YouTube, so I haven't bothered to even check. So, yeah, because I stopped streaming for like 1 week, and then I lost my audience, which wasn't, it consisted of like 3 people, but like, you know, that's enough. And then they didn't come back. Maybe, you know, maybe I could blame YouTube and their poor stream notifications. That's possible, but I don't know. Who knows, who cares? But that's why I'm mainly focusing on Twitch at the moment, as far as the chat, because there are usually people talking to me on Twitch, which is cool. So I am down with that. Because I like chatting with people. It's good fun. You can see that I'm really doing a number on these feet right now. There we go. Keep away from him as he falls down. Because the last thing you want is to be knocked on the ground when he's knocked on the ground. The point is that you want to be hitting him. There we go. Goodbye. Thank you for the fight. Alright. So that is the Tower Knight. And he didn't really have much to do. We didn't really have much to say when it came to me deciding to kill him. So because we've killed an Archdemon, we will be able to access this. We've killed 2 Archdemons actually. The Dragon God and the Storm King, so yeah. Generally when I come through World 1-3 I've killed only 1 Archdemon, but yeah. So we have 28,000 souls. I may as well upgrade with these. Wait, 28,000. How much did I have before? I can't remember how much I had before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Too many boob streamer girls. I was hearing about that. It's very interesting because a number of years ago I heard that Twitch's intention was to crack down on, I guess, sexual appeal, like sex appeal in general. Like if you're gonna have like some tits hanging out, then that's gonna be a problem. But no, it seems that it makes Twitch too much money. But what else would you expect from a male-dominated audience in general? They're gonna want the tits, but if you don't want the tits, then come and watch me, because I don't have any tits basically. But anyway, I could have a clickbait title maybe. Come here to see tits, and it's just me. It's like people are gonna go, what? But anyway, maybe they'll think that I'm a woman with this hair at first glance, so they'll see come here to see tits, they'll see long hair and go, whoa, and then they'll come and it's me. They'll come and it's me. But anyway, it's like a rude awakening. It's like when you're masturbating to a femboy and you realize it's actually a boy and not a girl. But anyway, that's what it's going to be like. They're going to come and they're going to realize it's me. I have really good jokes, FYI, like the highest of tiers when it comes to my jokes. Anyway, so we're going to level up with these souls, 28,900 and something or other. Now we're going to check the usage of these demon souls. I don't believe I'm going to need to use them, because I've pretty much worked out what I'm going to be doing with this build, and I'm very nearly at the point where I don't need to do anything more. So, Dull Demon Soul. Soul Ray, we can go and consume that, because we're not going to use Soul Ray, basically. Iron Demon Soul Warding. We'll go and consume that as well. Iron Demon Soul isn't going to give us much, many souls, but yeah. Nice play on words. It's not the most unique play on words that's ever existed, but anyway. People making jokes out of the word come. How incredibly... Speaking of play on words, I can't think of the words that I want to use. No, how very creative, how articulate of me. Not. Sarcasm alert. But yeah. So we're going to get a lot more souls this time. You can't see the soul counter because I'm in the way, but I wouldn't really want to have my body or my profile to be anywhere else on the screen than where it is right now, so the fact that you can't see the souls isn't a big deal. The way that I've seen people try to get around that is by putting themselves like here. Like what the, this looks like dog shit. I'm sorry, but I mean, well, it looks okay, but I don't like it that much. Anyway. Not to mess around with my stream format here, but anyway. It actually doesn't look too bad to have have me a bit further in, but I prefer it in the corner. It just seems a bit nicer to me. Anyway, I want to get my endurance up, actually. That would be good. So maybe that to 15, and I'll aim to get you to 20, and then I'll be back on the endurance, I think. So my current magic slots, let's actually have a look at that. I'll talk to Frake's apprentice. Shut up. Remember magic. Yes, I have 3 slots, so that's not going to be a problem. I'll be able to get Cursed Blade without many issues at all. Put yourself right in the middle of the screen. Yeah, so that you can't see the actual character. Like, just, you know, it's better that way. Because I'm the only important thing. You don't need to see the character, do you? No, it's all about me. Because I'm the live streamer. I'm important. I have an ego. Sometimes I just need to shut up. Anyway. So we're going to go and take on World 1-3 in its entirety, pretty much. And because the enemies are going to be doing a lot more damage in this area, I will be using the Morion Blade technique, if we want to call it that way. Call it that way, refer to it that way. Anyway. Need to equip Spice as well for second chance, and we do need to cast that. I need to remember to cast that every time, because the thing is, I still don't have the muscle memory down for casting second chance at the beginning of a area. I really don't, so... Anyway. Let's have it ready to go. Like, for instance, if we need to recast it, we'll have our magic all the way up so that we can do that as soon as possible. I'm not going to have these guys kill me because... Well, not kill me, but get my health down because they really do not do much damage, so... Where's the other one? There's a third one. No, seriously, where is it? Did I kill 3? I didn't see 3, so I can't imagine that I killed 3. Whatever. Let's go pick this up. Late moon grass. So, once again, crescent moon grass is actually, like, the only time you would really get benefits out of crescent moon grass is if you're doing a build like this where you need to just increase your health a little bit. Because maybe you think your health is a little bit too low and you want to just boost it a little bit without losing your damage boost. So, yeah. We're going to let these guys hit us a little bit, but we need to have this little cutscene play out. There's a crystal lizard right there that I actually need to kill. That's right, because I do need... Come on! I do need Hardstone. So let's... I was about to say, I'm not going to bother killing him. But then I just realised, hey... Mwah! Can now upgrade the shield to another level. Mwah. Beautiful. So I just need to keep remembering that crystal lizard is a thing that exists. Alright, hit me. Don't kick me, hit me. Alright, so we're very fucking close. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 1 crescent moon, and I'm going to let you hit me once. Ooh. Am I in the boost? Is this the boost? Yes, beautiful. So that's perfect. That's like exactly the kind of health that I wanted to be at. These guys are going to be little bastards, you watch. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop that. Okay, I'll heal, then you hit me once. No, maybe. Am I in the boost? I don't think I am. Okay. This is the Morion dance, everyone. There we go. Now we're in the boost. Is that right? Yes. This is the Morion dance, everyone. It's cool, actually. It's a very interesting way to play. Come on! He wasn't even turtling me, technically. But I think he would have shielded me if I attacked him at that point. So, yeah. I have to be careful of these guys. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. So yeah, ideally with the Morion Blade, you'll always be one-shotting unless it's like New Game Plus. When it's going to get pretty difficult is when we're in New Game Plus and beyond. That's when things are going to get a bit crazy because we're not going to be one-shotting everyone, so... Yeah, or at least not at certain levels. Not in like New Game Plus 2. Maybe still in New Game Plus we'll be one-shotting most people, but... Yeah. We'll have to see. You are going to die, get out. No, 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 no. Okay, you can do that. You're so fancy. You are. No, stop. Oh, fucking asshole. Hate this guy. Okay. Get me down. Well, I'm going to cast this first. It's going to suck if I let him hit me and then he kills me in the process. Okay. Now it's time to stop. Now we're in the boost again. So, died. These guys do not have much health at all. But they can be bastards, basically, so... I'm going to get shot at if I stand here. I need to get used to what it's like to play this game versus archers without the Thieves' Ring, because obviously the archers can see you from a much greater distance when you don't have the Thieves' Ring on, so I just need to be more careful, basically. I'm going to bring these down, hopefully killing some enemies in the process. And by some enemies, I mean those stupid, fancy ninja people. And I think we did. We killed at least one. There's one here. And as far as the other one, he did not die. Ugh. Keep away from me, sir. Oh, no. My balls are tingling. No, they're not. But, I mean, maybe with excitement. But anyway, no. It's a little bit, what's the word? Disgusting. Yeah. So anyway. Second chance, I mean, seriously, what would I do without second chance? What would I do? I mean, of course, I'd just try to play better. Like, if I were playing Dark Souls, for example. Like, I'd just play better, but... To be honest, if I do have the ability to use second chance, and it's a very unique thing, really, in the Souls series. It's only something that exists in this game, so I might as well actually use it. If I'm going to play Demon Souls, I may as well do what's unique in Demon Souls. Because otherwise, there's no real point, is there? If I can't use second chance in all of the other games, then I may as well use it here, otherwise it's just pointless. May as well go play a different Souls game. There we go. Thank you for dying. Those arrows are going to kill me at this health, by the way. Because they are freaking damaging. Need to be so careful. Don't! Oh, God, that was so close to hitting me. God. Freaky shit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go in here, just to stay away from the arrows. I'd rather go and say hello to the big two-handing greatsword Red Eye Knight than have to deal with those arrows, so... Where are you, man? Let's go. No problem. I feel so overpowered. It might be because I am. Let's go over here, away from the archers. You know, you can lumber around all you want. It's alright. Just come on. I'm trying to coax him into an attack. Okay, you do that. That's fine. No! I don't know what the fuck happened there. Well, I do know what happened. I had a problem is what happened. But anyway. Iron Ring of Keys. So that's what we need to access the guy who will then give us the bloody Iron Key, which will then give us access to Uriel. So, that's what's happening there. Alrighty. Oh, hello. How are you? He just wanted to say hello. He wanted in on the action. Maybe he's feeling a bit suicidal. Fair enough. This is dangerous because, okay, these guys here... No, damn it. I need to do the roll attack. Balls. No, this is bad. This is not ideal at all. Okay, so that's alright. I'll just need to do something kind of fun. Alright, yes, cool. I'm in the boost. That's actually really good. That's exactly what I needed. So now I just need to try and not get hit by any arrows. You're all dead. All dead, because you had to recover from your fall, so you're not going to be able to shield me at that point. Okay, now we need to recast this. No arrows, please. Thank you. Alrighty. Damn it. But, check that out. Beauty. So I'm only going to heal once there, because if I heal again, I'll be out of the boost, I think. So, yeah, this is fun. Definitely different. Definitely different to what I'm used to anyway. I haven't used a Morion Blade build for a long time. We're talking... Oh, God. Yeah, we're talking like 6-7 years since I last used one. So yeah, something a little different. Okay. So we're almost at the end of this. I mean, well, not really. We still have a little bit more to go to, but we'll go through. No! No! I didn't want to fall there. Like, because see, I didn't want to get hit by the fireball, but I didn't want to fall either, so it was a bit of a sad situation, but anyway. Fortunately, I didn't lose too much health from that fall. Yes, I'm still in 504, not 404. There's a difference of 100 there, Doom Link. Anyway. So our friend, this... Oh, I was about to say the spearman, but he's not the spearman. He's the greatsword man. See, as long as we're killing them in one hit, they're really not a problem, because you just have to avoid their attacks, then get that one single hit in, then you're alright. Everything's done. So this is what I was trying to do before. Watch this. That didn't work. That's alright. I'm just trying to do the wide attack. It's better to just do this, really, because that has a wider area of effect anyway. Works better when it's a fast roll and you do that big swing. But yeah. Whoa! Didn't really want to do that. Whatever, I'll accept the fact you just decide to climb that. I really didn't intend to do that. I was just wanting to look and have a look and see if it was worth going and attacking these guys, but anyway. Whatever. Still can't get over the fact that it's called one-time revival. That's crazy. It's just weird to look at it that way. Anyway. So, at this point, Ostrava is about to appear once we get to the end of this, and then I think we're going to kill him. Which isn't nice of me, but once he gives us pure clearstone, like once we've rescued him, and he thanks us with pure clearstone, we're going to end his life. So, it's just that we need the mausoleum key, and I just don't want to bother going through World 1-4 and all of that to go and get it from him, because it is going to be annoying to do that, so I'm going to opt out, basically. You do that and then die, thank you. Yes, don't worry. Why are you still alive? Need to open this. I mean, if we... Whoa. That was dangerous. No problem. I haven't rescued you yet. Chill out. So you are going to be dangerous, but if I do that, you're dead. I'm just going to go straight into an attack with you. Alright. And they're dead. Very nice. Now, it's time for some sad. Because we're going to kill Ostrava for his key. But we'll get his pure clearstone first. He goes and hides in here. Now you must go. Well, you're about to go, yeah. Oh, he's got a lot of health. Well, I'm sorry, but I must end you. Oh. He heals himself up to that point. Now he's aggroed. Now he's going to fight us normally, so... Ah. So he gets much less health when we're actually in combat with him. Oh. He does not do much damage at all. Come on. I feel kind of bad, but anyway. I don't think he says anything when he dies. I'm a bit of a sentimental person, you see, so if he says something when he dies, I'll be sad, but anyway. You see, the thing is, he kills himself anyway. This is what needs to be understood. He kills himself anyway, so I'm only... See ya, man. But yeah, he does, he kills himself anyway. And it seems that when you die in this world, you don't truly, like... Well, you might sort of lose your sense of self, but you don't really die. You can still exist in some way or another. I'm going to show you something gross. I'm trying to get a... Well, that's enough of a perspective. I'll let you enjoy that for a moment. It's a little bit dark, actually. Wow, it's so much lighter there, I think, than in OBS. As expected. I mean, I've already established that this is the case, but... Anyway. So, what am I doing? I'm heading back to World 1-2. I'm going to use the Iron Ring of Keys, and then... Because I may as well give Cursed Blade a test run in... whatever it's called, World... no. In the boss of World 1-3. The Penetrator. He's gonna penetrate me. And then we're going to, yeah, penetrate him back. Because that's the whole idea. You need to sort of have it be a mutual experience. It's not about you penetrate me and that's it. You sort of gotta... You give and take, you know. Or in this case, take and give. I don't know. Do whatever you can. Whatever you can. It's especially hard because he's wearing armor. You know, I don't know if you've ever tried to anally penetrate someone wearing armor, but yeah. Not that, you know, I've done that, but I don't think you would need to try it. I mean, why do you look like a midget in there? You look like a midget. It's because it's downhill, that's why. Gave the, I guess, impression that he was quite short. That was rather funny. But anyway. Bloody Iron Key. We may as well go and rescue this guy. Because why not? And if for some completely bizarre reason we need colourless demon souls, then it'll help to have him there to be killed for Mephistopheles, but I really don't think that we're going to need to get colourless demon souls in this playthrough. Or even in the next one. Or even in the next one. But anyway. This is really going... I mean, it looks like an easy build now, but in New Game Plus and above, that's going to be a bit of a harder build. But that's alright. It's going to be good fun. It's going to be a challenging build later on, so... For now, it's just a good fun build sort of situation. So what we're going to do is equip the Official's Cap now. Which is called the Minister's Cap. In this version of the game, whatever. Maybe they're called Fat Ministers in this game. Didn't even consider that. Or maybe they're called Ministers of Size, or something like that. But I would doubt they would use euphemistic language. This was translated by Asians, after all. They don't give a shit about that stuff. At least I don't think so. Anyway. So, using this Official's Cap, which is required, by the way, we picked it up along with the Iron Ring of Keys. Both of those two things are technically required to access Yuria the Witch, because we need the Iron Ring of Keys to access the Bloody Iron Key. And then we need the Bloody Iron Key to get here in the first place, but this Official's Cap, or the Minister's Cap as it's referred to in this version of the game, is needed to have this guy drop the walkway down. Ring of Magical Nature and the Ring of the Accursed, I think that was. Didn't read it though. So what we're going to do is keep this equipped actually. So it'll stop him from aggroing. And then he's still alive because he's, I don't know, has a tiny bit of health, which is kind of annoying, but anyway. Don't you dare. Don't you even dare, mate. Anyway. So that is the Fat Official dead, and keeping in mind, of course, that if we keep this cap on, Yuria the Witch also thinks that we're a Fat Official. So, once we take it off, she will recognize us as a person who is not obese with a cap, which is nice. It's a very magical hat, I have to tell you. Okay, not that way. It's just so dark I can't see where I'm going. So we'll head over to the Nexus again, and we'll go and grab the Cursed Blade from Yuria the Witch. We'll have to get our health down again, but that's fine. Doesn't bother me too much. I have to get used to doing that because it's going to be a bit of a theme of this build. Alright, catch you later, Proof. Thanks for watching. But yeah, so once we get to the Nexus and get Cursed Blade, we'll probably level up as well, because we do have a decent number of souls right now. It's 35,880. Definitely at least to level up once or twice. So we're going to go and do that. Because on the very off chance I lose my souls for whatever reason, then I don't want to lose them, basically. I want to actually have them used for leveling up, so... We'll be able to get our Vitality to 20, and then we'll leave that alone. Because, you see, Endurance is also very important. Because we're using a somewhat heavier weapon, so it has a higher stamina usage requirement. Then we're also relying on our shield. So, yeah, definitely having more stamina is going to be helpful to us. So, do I have anything to consume in the way of souls? Yes, I do. So we'll go and equip both of these. Alright. We'll consume these, and then we'll go and talk to Yuria the Witch. Now, what's needed for Cursed Blade? I have forgotten.
Hello.
Is it the Silver Demon Soul? Shut up. Sage Frege isn't even being rescued, so just let me do that. I think it's the Silver Demon Soul. Yes, I don't have access to that, So once I get the Silver Demon Soul, I'm pretty sure that's correct. I'm going to go and check that right now. And the Silver Demon Soul is what we pick up from the boss of the area we're about to go through. Silver Demon Soul. Yes. So he will... The Penetrator. He's going to penetrate me. And then he's going to give me a Silver Demon Soul. So, yeah. That's how that's going to work. Oh yes, we will level up first and then we will continue on. So we aren't actually able to use Curse Blade against the Penetrator is what I'm telling you, but that's alright. Not a huge problem. So we'll level up once more. We're only going to have a few souls left, but that's okay. Put that into Endurance. And then we'll have a lot of souls once we finish this boss as well. So yeah. Top it up a bit more. Okay, so let's go and take on the Penetrator. How long have we been streaming for? Excuse me. Been streaming for almost 2 hours. Going to stream for about another 30 minutes until midday my time, basically. So, that is the plan. It's actually, oh shit. It's actually like casually looking outside, like almost like, it's nice and not sunny outside today. I was actually a bit worried that I wasn't able to stream today, or that I wasn't going to be able to stream today, because I wasn't going to get enough natural light into my room, but actually it's alright. It's just enough to not give me weird shit behind me, so that's one good thing. I'm happy with that. I'm not happy with this though. Get that. It's too much in shot. Pull it out a bit. I mean, Christ. We'll pull this forward. Yeah, there we go. Just don't want that much of the microphone in shot, you know. I don't know how long it's been in shot that much, but anyway. So we're just gonna kill you guys like this. They're still taking a decent amount of damage at this level, actually. I'm gonna let you hit me once. Ooh, balls. Now that I remember, this is kind of important, but I haven't casted Second Chance, so let's do that now. Okay. So we're getting our boost now, that's cool. I forgot the Crystal Lizard, I bet I pissed it off too. That's alright. At least we remember it this time, because in the previous build we had completely forgotten about it, so... Yeah. Yep, we forgot about it this time, so we weren't able to actually catch it. So because we rescued Bior of the Twin Fangs just before, we will have him helping us out in this boss. So we'll see how that goes. Should be pretty good. Just relax, guys. Let's go. Best thing about these guys is that they don't actually shield you because they don't have shields. I mean, who would have thought? You can't shield if you don't have a shield. I mean, yeah, makes sense to me. But, yeah. I'm not going to kill all of the enemies in this area. Like, for instance, those Red Eye Knights, I'm probably just going to run past them. Don't really want to mess around with them too much. I'd be able to kill them without too many problems, but... Yeah, I just prefer not... Oh, God. Frickin' arrows. That's what the Crescent Moon Grass is for, and I need to get more of it, if you can imagine that. I'm into Half Moon now, which is not good. It's actually not good at all. Not very happy with that. Ooh! Fucking asshole. Okay, so... I'm pretty annoyed about that, to be honest. I do need more Crescent Moon. Seriously. Whatever. Okay. So, what we'll do is kill these archers. Oh, whatever. Just do that. Actually, you know what? Fuck them all. Fuck everyone. Oh, I don't have the Thief's Ring on. This is going to kill me. I'm going to not... This is not going to work for me, I don't think. Oh, that was super fucking risky, but I'm in the boost. Okay, I'm in the boost. And I think I'll be alright. It's just not having a Thief's Ring and doing that is really freaking risky, so yeah. I'm at 504 damage, that's good. So we should have Bior helping us, yes. Whoa! Oh, never mind. I keep thinking that's Bior who's flying, but it's not. I don't have Second Chance going, I don't think. Or do I? I do have it going. It says that I've got a Miracle going at the moment, so we're just going to trust the fact that it is going. That's 1,000 and whatever damage right at that moment. Stop it. Shit. Not good. So I need to get some Old Spice. Do that. Actually, it might not be necessary. You know what? Let's just do the rest of the fight. Normal damage. Because the Penetrator is quite rough with this. I'm sorry. I'm not into... Stop saying that I'm... It's like, what has possessed you to attack him? It's like, well, we're fighting together. So if I have a wide arcing sword like this, then it's going to hit you. It's pretty normal. Alright, Silver Demon Soul. We can now go and get Curse Blade. And I think it depends how much more I want to record. So in the next 20 minutes, I'm probably not going to be able to get both the Ancient King set and Skivvy the Wanderer dead. So what I'm probably going to do is... what am I going to do? I should either just kill Skivvy or just kill Old King Doran. I might kill Old King Doran now, and off camera, I'll take down World 2, because it's kind of boring to take down a level on camera. What is that, by the way? Well, it's kind of bright. It's like one step off pure white. So I'm going to have to use a lot of stones to do that. How many do I have? I have 8. Should be enough. But anyway, what we're going to do is use this Silver Demon Soul now to get what we need, which is the Cursed Blade. And I definitely need... Come on. I definitely need some more Crescent Moon Grass. So we're going to go and buy that now. Actually, I need to go and... Remember Magic, Cursed Weapon. Do I have a Catalyst? I did not pick up the wooden Catalyst that was in World 2. Like, World 1, 2, sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm definitely an idiot. Because there was one, and I was there, where you could actually get the thing. That's the insane part, and I didn't get it. So, I can't actually use Cursed Weapon right now, because I don't have a Catalyst, so I need to go and get that. We'll quickly go into World 1, 2, and pick up that wooden Catalyst, and then, yeah, we'll be done. Once we get the Beast Talisman, we won't need the Catalyst, because the Beast Talisman allows you to cast both Magic and Miracles. Now, generally the Beast Talisman isn't that great for Magic adjustment for both of them, but it's good. It's just not quite as good as, say... Even having said that, though, I think it is generally the best. But basically what I'm telling you is that none of our Magic or Miracles is scaling with Magic adjustments, so we don't need to worry about that. So ultimately, whether or not it's actually... how do I say? Whether or not it's going to be good or bad is irrelevant, so we don't need to worry about it at all. The benefit of it is that we can cast both Magic and Miracles, so we're going to make use of that. It just helps us as far as not having to switch between Catalysts and Talismans. We'll just have the Beast Talisman in the left hand, and then that's all we need to worry about. Which is good. It's just a little bit of quality of life. It's not even that necessary, to be honest. If I couldn't get the Beast Talisman, it would not be a big problem at all. But I'm just not... Like, it's not something I often use, and this is a situation where having the Beast Talisman would actually be really quite nice, so I've decided to go and get it, basically. So, Wooden Catalyst is not here, but over here. Let's go pick that up. There it is. So the Wooden Catalyst is actually superior to that of the Silver Catalyst, not that you would expect that, but it is true. Has a better magic adjustment. So we want the Wooden Catalyst here, because that needs to apply Cursed Weapon on this blade. What? Do I not have enough magic to cast that? I am pretty positive that you can cast Cursed Blade on this thing. Pretty positive. Just need to have a look. Need to have a look at the magic requirement. Maybe I need more magic for this than it says. MP cost 100. I have more than 100. Let's test this with something else. Baby's name. Well, even having said that, maybe the baby's nail can't be curse bladed. I just need to make sure that it is a case of me not having enough MP to cast it, rather than the fact that this weapon can't be buffed. I'm pretty positive it can be buffed. I've done it before. Pretty positive. So, I'm gonna get hit by this because I just don't have the stamina to run fully. Oh no! I just got hit by his by his foot, which is all right. So, what we're gonna do? At least we've got the wooden catalyst now. That's all right. Because what you need to do is have the catalyst in the hand while also having the weapon out. So you need to have it in the left hand, but yeah. Anyway. Don't believe I've done anything wrong. It says the MP requirement is 100 and I've got 119 and it's at full, so I should have the MP that's needed, but basically if I can cast it on some other weapon, but not this, then what that means is that it can't be buffed with Curse Blade, which is a real shame because, yeah, that's a waste. A complete waste of a build. And it also says on the wiki that I can use Curse Blade with the Morion Blade, so it's very odd. If I can use the, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Let's go and take out some random weapon and try applying Curse Blade to it. Let's just try that. Scimitar. If we can't, then that means it's an MP thing. Shitballs! What does that mean? Does that seriously mean we can't cast Curse Blade on the Morion Blade? Why? It says that we can do that. And I thought I'd done it before. I was basing my entire build around this, and I can't use it. This is really frustrating. Am I missing something? Is there a way to cast it? Am I seriously, like, not able to do this? Because the thing is, on the wiki, what it says is that it mentions how the Clever Rat's Ring gives the damage boost, and then it says this stacked with a cursed weapon produces devastating results. So that would imply that it's usable on the Morion Blade. But excuse me. So maybe I'll look at Cursed Blade in the wiki and see if it gives a description for what it can't be used with. Enchantable weapons. Weapons that can be enchanted. Weapons that cannot be enchanted. The Morion Blade is on the list of weapons that cannot be enchanted. So, what this means, and this is very frustrating, is that I've put all these stats into magic, right? And there's no point to it. I don't need the Beast Talisman, because I'm not going to be using magic at all. So, not only do I not need the Beast Talisman, but I don't need the magic which would relate to the slots, which would be 3 slots, which is needed to use this thing. So, it's a complete and utter fucking waste. So the wiki has gone and completely thrown me off by saying that you can use it in conjunction with the Clever Rat's Ring and the Morion Blade when you actually can't. So here's the full sentence. The reason it's 140% is because the damage values are multiplicative, yes. 200 damage multiplied by the Clever Rat's Ring at 50% equals 300 damage. The newly obtained figure of 300 is then multiplied by the Morion Blade's 60%, which equals 480 damage. This, stacked with a cursed weapon, produces devastating results. It's literally just mentioned the value of the Morion Blade, and then it's saying this stacked with a cursed weapon produces devastating results. So if it's not an enchantable weapon, then it can't have Curse Blade applied to it. And if it can't have Curse Blade applied to it, then what the fuck? Therefore, Curse Blade cannot be stacked on that. And on top of that, in the wiki, the Morion Blade is in the list of weapons that cannot be enchanted. So basically I have all of these points, which is equivalent to a lot of soul levels, I don't know how much, probably at least 10, into magic that is completely and utterly useless for the build. So, what the fuck? At least I've learnt my lesson now, but that's annoying. Okay, so I don't need the Beast Talisman. We'll put it that way. That's not necessary right now. And, okay. No, it's just that I've been dealt a bit of a blow by that, because I thought that I was going to have, like, this really crazy overpowered weapon, but nope. Not happening. We will unlearn this, because there's just no point having this extra thing that's not going to be used at all. So, and whether or not it's worth actually pulling out a another weapon and applying Curse Blade to it, no, there's just no point, because the Morion Blade on its own is going to be fine, so, yeah. Doesn't work. I'm gonna put away this stuff, and, yeah. Oh well. It was a nice idea, but unfortunately it's not possible, so what can I do? There's literally a limit to what I can do at that point, so, what I need to try and do is take on Old King Doran with reduced health. Now this is a little bit hard because he's probably going to one-shot me, you see. So I'll need to get my health down through the other enemies in this area first. Now I'm very glad that I left getting the Beast Talisman to last. And the reason why I did leave it to last is because it was only quality of life. It wasn't actually a necessity in the build. But, yeah, that's why I left it till last. But you see, had I wasted all that time, it would have been a complete nightmare. Just gonna let these guys get my health down. As far as Crescent Moon Grass, I don't have any, and I should have bought some, but anyway. I have to let these guys get my health down. Actually, no, I'm being silly. It's best to do this through the Red Eye Knight. That's right. Let's go do this, because there is a Red Eye Knight just in front of the mausoleum, so we'll go and use him to get our health down. That's going to be a much better idea. It's going to not be as much of a waste of time, you see. So that's what we're going to do. Yes, I'm upset about that. Of course I'm upset about that, but I can only continue with the build at this point. So, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of builds in this playthrough, you have to understand. Well, not in this playthrough, in this live stream series. I am going to be doing a lot of builds, so I can have some builds that aren't great, or some builds that I can try again with and try to perfect them, and this might be one of them. But I think the magic build was alright, it's just I messed up with my colourless demon souls for the phosphorescent poles. So in terms of the stats, the magic build is okay, but yeah, I'm not too happy with how this turned out in terms of wasting magic in... Well, with the intention of getting Curse Blade, and then I can't even use Curse Blade with the Morion Blade. It's like, well, what's the fucking point? Anyway, obviously there isn't a point, so I've wasted that magic. And I guess I should have looked at the list of non-enchantable weapons, but I just didn't think to do that because it said in the wiki that I'd be able to multiply the effects of Morion Blade and Clever Rat's Ring with Curse Blade, but nope. It was being a bit misleading. So, what do you do? Anyway. Go and take you on, but let ourselves get hit a little bit first. As you can see, he's not doing as much damage as a Red Eye Knight would in World 1-3. Not even close, in fact. Are we in the boost? Yes, we are. So now we can kill you, I think. Let me just make sure. Yes, we're in the boost. So, we'll do that. Now, this is going to be a little bit hard. Because, and even though I do have second chance, it's going to be a nightmare. Because if I get hit by Old King Doran, I guess we'll be able to see how much damage we're doing to him. So we'll just have a look and see. I seeketh the King's Sword. Actually, I don't seeketh the King's Sword, but that's actually, like, that's technically a lot of damage. Oh, what's your deal? Why are you attacking me now? Did I do so much damage to him that it... I don't know. Okay. This is going to be a hard confrontation, by the way. Can I... Whoa! He does so much damage through my shield. Okay, scratch this. He does so much damage through my shield that it actually takes that much health away from me. So what I had there, plus this, is what that's taken away. I have to cheese this guy. There's no other way. Like, I can't kill him normally. There's just no fucking chance of it. So I have to cheese him with Poison Cloud or something like that. But I don't have Poison Cloud, so I can't do that. This has really, really turned out to be a bit of a sad situation. Oh well. The Morion Blade build has turned out not quite so well. But what can I say? What can I do? I did my best. Anyway, so what we'll do is we will return to the Nexus, and I think that's going to be it for this video, because at this point, I'm not going to be able to get the Ancient King set, because he's too freaking strong. Way too strong. I mean, I'm doing a lot of damage to him technically, but God. He still has a lot of health, and he still deals unbelievable damage, so yeah, that's not going to work so well. Holy shit, hi guys. How are you all going? Having a nice day? Anyway, so, yeah. Just gonna kill these guys and get back to the Nexus, because there's nothing for me here. Sadly. That's alright, we have many other builds to do. Many other ways to have fun with the game. So, we'll just do that. And that's fine. Just wish it could have turned out a little bit better than that, that's all. What the actual fuck? This guy is having a good time. I don't care what you guys have to say. He's definitely having a good time. I think. Okay, you need to stop. But yeah, as you can see, the ragdolling in this game is quite entertaining. This guy is stuck in the stairs and is really, like... You know, he's having a bit too much fun, actually. Anyway, can I ragdoll him out of there? Yes, I can. I've saved you from your cruel fate. I will instead put you in the fire. In the fire. Go on. No, 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 no. In the fire. Come on. Let's go. In the fire. Alright, you don't want to go in the fire. Forget it. Anyway. So... Unfortunately, by the time I ended the stream, whatever his name was, Grey didn't come back, so... That's a shame. He's busy doing his own thing, but that's all right. Need to... Yeah, Grey. Grey Havoc is his name. My first follower on Twitch. My first proper one, anyway. But, anyway, thank you all for watching. This is the Morion Blade build, the 10th part of it, in fact. Not the 10th part. It's the 10th part of my Demon Souls playthrough, or Let's Play. Not even Let's Play. Live stream series. Ugh, I'm losing all will to exist after having problems with this build right now, but that's alright. You learn the lesson and then you don't make the mistake again, hopefully. But, yeah. So what we're probably going to do is just play through the game as normal after this, because we have actually reached the point where there's nothing more that we need to do with the build. So at this point, we're just going to play through the game, I think. Rightio. So yeah, second chance, a decent shield, and the Morion Blade is pretty much what we need. There's no Beast Talisman, no magic consumption at all with Curse Blades, so yeah, because we can't use Curse Blade, much to my chagrin. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. Don't know when that's going to be, but either way, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys later.